This is NHTV2, North Haven Government Television, a service of North Haven Community Television. The following program is brought to you through the support of the Town of North Haven.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our March Board of Selectmen meeting. I'm Mike Frieda, North Haven's first selectman, joined by Mr. William Piper, our second selectman, and Miss Sally Boemi, our third select woman. Thank you for joining us. We're going to ask everyone to stand for our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you for your participation on that. Item number 2, any public comments to our agenda? All right, seeing none, we are honored to have our Girl Scouts here this evening. So before myself and Bill and Sally come from beyond this dais, I'm going to read a proclamation that we have for this wonderful group. So ladies and gentlemen on TV, if we can indulge your attention, this is a very important point in the year for us, honoring our Girl Scouts. So here it goes. The town of North Haven is proud to join in celebrating Girl Scout Week. Founded on March 12, 1912 by Juliette Gordon Lowe in Savannah, Georgia, 2023 marks the 111th anniversary of the Girl Scouts of USA. For over a century, as the world's premier leadership development organization for girls, Girl Scouts emphasizes public service, civic engagement, and fosters a sense of community in girls. Girl Scouts work to champion the ambitions and cultivate the talents and develop the skills of girls to be leaders in their own world and in ours. Girl Scouts combines time-tested, research-backed methods with exciting, modern programming that speaks to today's girls and is designed to cater to the strengths of girls' leadership development. Girl Scouts offers girls 21st century programming in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, but also the outdoors, entrepreneurship, and beyond, and helps girls develop invaluable life skills to take the lead early and often, developing our future leaders. The Girl Scouts Gold Award and the Gold Award Girl Scouts take on projects that have a memorable and sustainable impact on the community by first, assessing a need, secondly, designing a solution, thirdly, completing a project, and inspiring others to sustain it. Very important, a metaphor for life in general. With more than 100 years of experience, Girl Scouts brings a wealth of knowledge to programs that deliver girls cornerstone experiences with benefits that last a lifetime. Tonight, the town of North Haven is the proud home of the Girl Scouts of Connecticut, located at 20 Washington Avenue, and has been there for quite some time. We acknowledge the evolution of a program that began with 18 girls in 1912 and has grown today to include more than 50 million American women as Girl Scout alumni and 2.6 million girls and adult volunteers as active members, a very impressive statistical total. So tonight, I, Michael J. Frieda, Chief Executive of the Town of North Haven, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Town Charter and the citizens of North Haven, do hereby applaud the commitment the Girl Scouts have and what you've done to make that commitment and to support the leadership development of girls. And tonight, we proudly proclaim March 12th to March 18th as Girl Scout Week here in North Haven, and we are truly proud of the wonderful work that you do, the accomplishments that you have achieved, and young ambassadors for the town of North Haven and future leaders of our community. So thank you very much. So we're going to come off now, Sally, myself, and Bill, and we'd like to present this to you. Yes, Alan. So who would like to accept this proclamation? And would, once you come around, okay? So, we're gonna take a picture too, right? So, we have to take a picture. Take a picture, okay? Come on, Abe. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll hold the picture, we'll gather around, okay? We'll come around to face this camera, so we'll come around this way. Come around this way. Face the camera, because look over here, we're all right over there. Come closer, right over there. Good job. Okay? All right, guys, get in the back.
There we go. Okay. Good job. Okay.
Christine, you got it? You got it?
Thank you. Great.
All right, so this is. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And of course, they came with cookies
You
for.
did, wow.
There you go.
You can have one too. That's so
Wow.
good. So beautiful. Now gets one too, sure.
All right.
She doesn't want to, it's okay.
Okay, so, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies.
So that's continual and not.
So cute.
Thank you so much for coming.
They're adorable.
All right. Bye, Christina. Say hi to Greg for me, okay? Bye-bye. Bye.
Good job. Good work.
Good seeing you.
All right, that was great. We always enjoy that here every year. Nice
Yeah.
to see these young girls. All right, we'll move to item number 4, the approval of the Board of Selectmen meeting minutes of February 2nd.
I'll make that motion to approve.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none? All those in favor?
Aye. I'll make a motion to approve the special meeting minutes from February 22nd, 2023.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nothing to report, at least now. I gave a State of the Union address last week, so we're going to skip item number 6, and I'll turn it over to Sally Boyd.
Yes, thank you for putting my 3 items on the agenda. You are always very accommodating when I make these requests. The first item, I just want to bring to your attention, you know, we're budgeting for the supernumerary program for fiscal year 23-24, and I believe the program expires per the terms of the ordinance. So were you, I think you were aware of it. I talked with Val since I put it on the agenda, and I believe you, so I put it on just to be safe.
Yes.
So we will have a town meeting? Okay,
We're scheduling a town meeting. Yes.
all right, so that takes care of that.
Thank you. Yeah, but thank you for checking, Sally. That's
Right.
I
And
do appreciate that.
then I just wanted to bring to your attention that Connecticut Conference of Municipalities, CCM, an organization that you were president of and is very dear to your heart, they had a statewide convention in November of 2022. And, you know, we've all been reading about some contentious, sometimes even violent public meetings, especially at Board of Ed meetings, and have all been very disturbed by those. So CCM thought it would be wise to come to advocate for a civility pledge. And since they came up with that policy, 92 municipal leaders in 60 cities and towns have joined on, and I thought that it would be a good idea for us to do the same. And I was inspired to do this because at a recent Board of Finance meeting, it was actually a workshop, a Board of Ed workshop. I was sitting in the audience, and there were quite a few people in the audience, and we were closely packed together. And I heard a very negative, nasty comment out loud, and I'm sure others heard it. And that kind of inspired me. I had been thinking about this since November, then the holidays come. But that unfortunate comment that I heard last month at a Board of Finance meeting inspired me to advocate for this. And the civility pledge just says that I pledge to build a stronger and more prosperous community by advocating for civil engagement, respecting others and their viewpoints, and finding solutions for betterment of my community. So I'd like to make a motion that we, as a Board of Selectmen, agree to adopt that pledge.
Is there a second?
I agree, I second it.
Yep, yeah.
I'll second that.
So in the discussion, thank you for bringing this up, Sally.
Sure.
And this is something we did at CCM. We're signed up, North Haven is signed up, and.
Oh, I didn't see us on the list, so,
We're catching up on their website,
okay.
so.
All right.
And the genesis of this for us as elected officials, or chief elected officials, was really started with Governor Lamont when, unfortunately, he was escorted out of a Board of Ed meeting in Cheshire. It got to be very nasty. And then subsequent to that, there were physical altercations at Board of Ed meetings in Glastonbury. And subsequent to that, in a meeting like this, one of the chief elected officials suffered a stroke as someone was screaming and yelling at him. And that
Yeah.
really set everybody back with us at CCM. We happen to know the guy very well. We hope he's doing well. So thank you for bringing it up. We're on
Yes.
board. We signed up and we pledged.
So
I think we've already acted, I mean, over at least my time being a select person. You know, I think as far as I know, we've all acted very civilly and respectfully toward each other.
Absolutely.
So I don't, you know, if I've ever not been that way, I apologize. I hereby apologize. But I've tried my best to, and I know you have too, and Mike
Yes.
obviously is always that way, so.
I just thought it was a good idea
I agree.
to formally tap into CCM's idea, and so that's why I made the motion that we adopt their civility pledge. So-
That's why I think I've said before that, you know, I think I've said
Yes.
before, and I think you and Mike have kind of said it in the same vein, that we're all friends and neighbors first. And I
Right.
think we need friends, neighbors, and family first, and we need to remember that above everything else.
All right, Sally,
Okay. So I made a motion to adopt the pledge. He seconded it.
I second it.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay.
Good.
And finally, I had a discussion with Peters Rock. That's been in the news a bit about the proposed mountain bike trail there. There's a meeting going on right now. I just came from there, and I'm actually going to be leaving the meeting maybe a little early to get back to it. So perhaps I could make comments next meeting about that after I attend the meeting. But I did go up to Peters Rock yesterday as best I could in the snow, and have been researching the issue. So I'll get back to you next month.
Very
And we
good.
can all discuss it.
All right, I'll probably get an update tomorrow from our staff, what's going on over there tonight.
Right.
There's a whole story behind it, but we'll wait till next time.
Yeah, because in fairness, the meeting is going on
It's going
right
on
now.
right now, right,
Which
okay.
I intend, as I said, for those who might have public comment tonight, I may be leaving prior to that to get back to the meeting.
Okay.
So I think that finishes 7, so going on to 8, I will make a motion to accept the resignation of Lori Jean Hannon, 26 Highland Park Road, as Republican Registrar of Voters effective March 14th, 2023, with a term to expire January 7th, 2025.
Is there a second?
I'll second that motion.
Lori Jean, thank you. Of course, we've talked exclusively. Lori Jean has an elderly mother she's taking care of. We're going to be seeing Lori Jean come back on one of our boards and commissions, but this is just too much for her to work as the registrar. So we have a motion, we have a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Sally, so let it go.
And then I'll make a motion for in turn for the appointment of Jennifer Massini Vanacore, 56 Layden Avenue, effective March 14th, 2023, as the Republican Registrar of Voters to fill the unexpired term of Lori Jean Hannon, term to expire January 7th, 2025.
I'll second.
All right, in discussion, just thank you, Jennifer. You know, we met, you presented me your resume and your passion for this, so we'll call for that vote. All those in favor?
Well, I also reviewed her resume. I thought it was very impressive, and we are doing our due diligence under the charter of, this is an elected position.
Yes, right.
And we have to fill an elected position within 60 days, so we're fulfilling that. And so, again, I was very impressed with her resume, and so that is why I seconded it. So,
Okay.
want to call for a vote?
All right, we'll call for that vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next.
I'll make a motion to approve the property tax refunds that are reflected on our agenda.
I'll second those property tax refunds.
All right, so we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
We're at 10 already.
Really? It happens so quick.
All right, next regular meeting of the Board of Selectmen, Tuesday, April 6, 2023, 6:30 here upstairs at North Haven's Town Hall. Public comment, item 11.
Just you?
Okay, it's Mr. Katz.
Just you?
Okay.
Is this okay?
Absolutely, come on up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Please go.
I don't know, 5 more minutes.
Okay.
I can't leave on Mr. Katz.
No, we can't.
Sherman Katz, 40 Sherwood Drive. I bring this up because Sally talked about the civility pledge. And I don't attend the meetings of the workshops for the Board of Finance. And basically for one reason, because the public cannot speak. Public cannot ask questions. Public cannot make a comment. And this sounds kind of crude, but a chairman once said, we don't allow the public because they will confuse the members of the board. Well, I think the members of the board are a little bit more intelligent than that, than to be confused. But you only have, what, 8 members of the board or so?
7.
7. And you have members of the public. And when I watched, so I did watch on TV, and I have to say that there were so many questions that were not asked of the people that were presenting their programs. I almost got sick. Questions that you in business would have asked your subordinates many years ago. People that I have asked questions of, things that I had to do in order to get a budget approved. And I'll go into those with you in private. I don't want to do it in public. The other thing I want to ask about, I see that they're not really working on the Hampton Inn program. Is that's not dead, is it? It's just delayed?
No, I was with the owner the other day, Sherman, and because during the coming out of COVID, banks were still reluctant to lend to the hospitality, but we talked to the owner the other day. I was with him, and he had me talk to his contractor, and they're ready to go. So
Oh, okay.
you're
Yeah,
gonna see
because,
it move forward.
you know, Hampton Inn is one of the nicer motels.
Right.
And even though I wouldn't be going there as a resident of North Haven, although you never know, if I get kicked out of the house, I might have to go there. But no, it is, I've stayed in Hampton Inn. They are very nice.
Yeah, they are. But yeah, between that and the Panera Bread we've got going there, that'll complete that project. So
Yeah, that end is done. That's all I have today. Thank you very much.
all right, thanks, Sherman. Good seeing you. Okay. All right. Seeing no other public comment, motion to adjourn.
So moved?
For a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
God.
Good luck, sir.
The preceding program is brought to you in part through a grant from the town of North Haven. Watch town meetings or other videos on demand at nhtv.com.